So this hall was an unfinished basement, and we'll probably cut in photos so you can see it was pretty bad. And nothing is, the whole house is just kind of a disaster, or was. It was built in 1980. The floors are wavy. We've actually had to pour a new floor, whole new water drainage system underneath it. We had to put, the long and short story of this, piling that supports the weight of the elevator, which is like a giant steel corkscrew in the ground, and then they pour in all this other cement to support this. I think if there was ever a hurricane, we could send that cab up to the ceiling, up to the second floor. The whole rest of the house might wash away, and this would still be standing. This is a structural column. These are structural beams that you'll see like a cross. It's going front to back and side to side. Unfortunately, when we started this, the crack is in the utility room, and this is a big utility room. In here I have a washer dryer, we have a sump pump, we have probably no need for a humidifier, although they could probably get one. A utility sink. We had to add a bathroom. So when you add a bathroom, you have to have a pump to pump the sewage out. And all that had to be arranged before we finished the foundation wall, because we actually had to get a permit and structurally rebuild the foundation, because we found a crack in here. Once I opened the wall out there, because they had this whole wall covered by this weird sheetrock closet. We added an egress window after, as part of finishing the foundation, because if we're going to make this a finished basement livable with a bathroom, you have to have egress. So egress is all about the amount of windows that you have for someone to leave a basement if there ever was, flooding in an emergency and they couldn't get out the other way. Today, this is an existing home. So today, you can't do that. Everything that's built on the shore, and it's happened ever since Hurricane Sandy, they're up on pilings, and you see that almost everywhere. But here in the village, they've decided to let homeowners do this, because it's inconceivable to although they could, it would cost a fortune to lift all 6 homes that are attached together like townhouses, and all the property up 15 feet. There's no way that's going to happen. Just no way. So basically, we were able and permitted to do this, but to finish the foundation was insane. We had an 8-foot wall that was leaning in, the 2 feet on top of it leaning out. None of it was really tied into, I guess, the pilings. We dug underneath the foundation to find that there were pilings underneath it, which is unusual. But we don't know how this property was standing, because none of the trusses that support the top, those are the big beams that go across, were attached on either side to their pockets in the foundation walls. So this whole structure is floating. The support beams, there was no column here, but the support beams were not attached to the wall. So we still can't quite figure out, and the outside wall wasn't attached to the foundation. So we don't know how this building was standing. And this is like Surfside in Miami. That whole debacle of everything crumbling. And it's construction along with water that does that. And so now it's dry as a bone, it's completely safe. It's been amazing to learn about this and how and what we do, and the vapor barrier that's there, and the finished floor, and how the water is literally 6 inches above the floor of this basement. It's just wild, because we're right on the water. Never will happen again. And so part of what happens is we built this. One son has 3 children. He and his wife have 3 kids. And that's part of the drive of the design of the kitchen with Orthodox, the 2 dishwashers and whatnot. But we made a great big shower bathroom down here for them, because it's going to be a lot of people, frameless glass, bath exhaust fans, that are vented out, 3, when we do the B-roll of this, you'll see the 3, my niche has 3 shelves, and I love this tile. This is porcelain, and it's designed to look just really like travertine, which is fossilized mud. And so we wanted something that was going to be durable, light and bright and have enough towel bars, and we did a double towel bar handle on the shower door. When you come in here, we'll take photos of it. No electric here in this recessed medicine cabinet. We tried a new vanity line, which I actually think I like this a lot. This is a Medelli for a very modern, simple, you know, floating vanity. And Crosswater is who we worked with to have a new kind of transitional but more contemporary bathroom fixtures. The floor is porcelain as well. It stays remarkably warm in the winter because of the heating. You know, this is gas, natural gas heat, and central air. But had to move all of the ductwork around, change the grills, and so I put in supply for air conditioning and heat in here if they ever build rooms down here, which they aren't supposed to do because technically you only can have one, but everybody will come in and put in their bedrooms in a basement, you know, once they have their C of O. It just seems to be the nature of the world. But we have a great space to work with. And the elevator to get up and down, which I think will be more of the kids than the grandma, which is the owner and why we did this. But we're gonna probably come back here and start these again. I understand I have the glass, and so I can finally come back next week and start working on finishing it. And then we'll come back a separate time and shoot the elevator working, which is a lot of fun. But let's go up and talk about the part of the elevator that had to change. Finding space.